everybody?
What's up?
I got
It's
the show on. What's up, Mr. Dragos, Teal, and Corey? We're
what's
just
up,
like
guys?
he held that first comment spot for a while, and now he's fell off. Hailstorms and everything.
Josh has been like one of the first ones every time now.
Yeah. What's up, Mark?
What's up, Jaegers?
Jaeger.
Jaegers in the house.
I hope to see all of that clan in November at the toy.
They better be there.
Yeah. Oh, Kevin Bird's dying to meet him.
If I'm coming up there, they better be there.
Yeah, that's what Kevin Bird said. He's like, they're coming. You know how he is. They're coming. Like, wait a minute, how do you know? Oh, all good, Josh.
Well,
Busy, man.
appreciate you commenting.
Yes, sir.
So, what'd you do today?
I went to Varden's, did several, like it was a bunch of small jobs. So I just, next thing you know, I had a pretty good day out of there. Then I went and got y'all can hear my lawnmower guy. Sorry, he's usually here on a Tuesday.
You can't really hear him. I mean, really can't.
But then I went to Bellevue to Nashville, got my TSA pre-check done because we're flying out to Phoenix next week, and I'd like to have that all said and done. What's up, Manuel?
Since I haven't flown. Like, what is the pre-check? What do they do?
So you know when you go to the airport, you've never flown. It's crazy. Like I don't even have it.
I flew in a 2-seater when I was like 12, and then a helicopter in 2011. But that was for work. So
when you go in the airport, especially post 9/11, you know that the security's a mile long. You gotta wait forever to get through that. With pre-check, you give all your stuff. You pay $80 a year. You walk right through. You ain't gotta take your shoes off. You ain't gotta take your laptop out your backpack or nothing. You just stroll on through this little door. And every time I go to the airport, I'm like, how the hell did they get to do this? So I finally Jack Bucknell and I think Jeff and Man both was telling me about it. I was like, oh, absolutely. So I got a little bit last minute. I mean, we're going next week, and waited to the last minute to get it. What up, Ryan?
All right.
What about your day? What'd you do?
Not a whole lot. A little bit of work, a little bit of trying to get crap that we're going to do here. And then at the last second, realized they're bringing rock in tomorrow. So, of course, I had to go move trailers around to where they can get it back there. But I had to Monday morning, since I hadn't been able to cut the grass for 2 weeks because of all the rain, and that's not me. I keep that sucker short. I love cutting grass, but it was almost like trying to bush hog it Monday morning. It was still wet. Then I let it dry out some. Then I ran back over it just around the front and the back here. Then I had my whole empty lot to do. So it's been dry for 2 days, and so that's what I had to go out there to do before I did the trailer. But I had to run over that sucker twice.
Dang.
Cut it with the blade up, and then go back and cut it back down. And I mean, it looks like a pasture out there that somebody's cut hay on right now. But anyway, I got it done.
Awesome.
And deliver rock tomorrow because we're getting all new asphalt redone. Finally, I asked the guy yesterday, I said, look, our toy drive's December 3rd. Can you have it done by then? He's like, yep. Okay. Of course, I got a price this time last year, and it's gone up 20%. Material cost has. Same thing with the rock. The rock that I was originally going to get for the back, to put back there. Last year for 25 tons of 57 stone was $1,350 right now. And this is a discounted rate. It's at $1,900 and going up every month.
I'm not surprised.
And so I'm
shop. I know how materials can be.
Yeah, I'm doing crushed concrete, which I didn't want to do in the first place, but I can get it for less than $1,200. And if I did 2 truckloads of that, then I'm right back at where 57 stone was. But either way, it's going to look nice here by December.
Absolutely.
We're going to redo all the front and stuff, so we're excited. But anyway, now we get to move on to our guest.
Yeah, he's sitting there like, what the crap, guys?
Since you know him, I'm going to let you introduce him and take the lead on this.
So this guy, my very first MT I went to, I can't even remember what year it is. Like I was still a Dent Wizard, hung out with all the Dent Wizard guys, but somehow me and this dude started talking, and we just hit it off, and been kind of keeping in touch ever since. I've watched him grow into a tremendous business. So I was happy to finally get him on. It's Mr. Andy Ott out of Mid-Mo Dent out of Missouri.
What's going on? I think that was
What's
like
up?
2017, I think.
I think so, yeah. Like I said, I was still a Dent Wizard. And I don't know. I think we met at the bar or something, started talking, and
Oh yeah.
us
can remember
Andys
they
always
was-
find each other.
Yep. I can remember that whoever it was hollering for you, and you must have been like right behind me, and I'm like, are they yelling at me or what?
Right. No, the other Andy.
Yeah, I didn't answer him, but I was like, I don't know these people.
It had to be a different guy because I didn't know
It was. I think it was too. Yeah.
Did he? Did you have a backpack on and falling in the bushes that night?
No.
That was the next one I went to.
That was 2020 or 2019.
18 or 19, I think. That was a rough year.
No more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, Andy, I think you was just by yourself then, wasn't you? And you was just kind of
I was.
running around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't have the shop then, and actually my buddy, which was a interior repair guy, we just went down there for the first year. I think it was that year. I'm pretty sure.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Did you go this past year?
Yes. Yep. I never went to the Vegas one, but yeah, the last one in Florida we did go to. Yeah.
Yeah, he was down there. I think I seen him a couple times in passing.
I guess I didn't.
It's such a madhouse. It's hard to, it's so hard to meet everybody and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, and of course,
smaller meetup.
This time we was kind of more focusing on kind of the ceramic coating side of stuff. So I mean, we were probably in different groups whenever we were down there this time.
Right.
Yeah.
And how long have you been offering ceramic coating now?
I think we're about 2.5 years in.
Okay.
So, yep, that's definitely a.
Who are you using again?
I'm using myself.
You're
That's
proud of it.
that's yeah. That's kind of one thing you'll usually see on my stuff is I usually don't give credit to any brand. So
I got you.
we've tried quite a few of them, and I will say we was Ceramic Pro, and then we switched away from them for no particular reason, really.
I got you.
So, but yeah, I mean, at least around here, nobody ever just comes up to you and says, "Hey, what are you using?"
Right.
They just want to know what you're going to do for them after the fact.
Right. I do like, since we've been offering it with being with G-Technic, I like, because they got the 9-year coating, so I'm like, we're G-Technic, they offer a 9-year coating.
I've thought about looking into them. I can't say we've tried them yet.
Matt Moore is what turned me on to him. He had them at his meetup, and I try to follow him in Matt Moore's footsteps the best I can.
Yep.
I keep saying I'm like Matt. I'm trying to be like Matt Moore. You get off Wish.
Oh, that's all right.
Goodness.
So yeah, it's funny. Like you've got all these services going, and I don't think hardly, everybody thinks of Matt Moore with multi-services and stuff, but you've been doing it too. And you're just kind of low key with it.
Yeah. I just I lurk a lot on the groups, and I don't know. I'm just not one to. Yeah, I'm pretty much creeper. Yeah, I'm usually not one to just throw myself out there. So.
Right, and here you are on the Ginger Bro Show.
So when did you start ceramic? Did you just start not that long ago?
Yeah, it's fresh, like a couple months ago, and I'm not even actually done one yet.
Pushing it yet?
Yeah, I got a guy that I'm subbing out because he's going to train me how to use it in the shop when I get a couple jobs in here. He said he can do 2 coatings. He's going to have me trained to be able to do it myself.
Yep.
Just selling it, it's so hard because I'm still not as familiar with it. Like PDR, I can do ads all day with that. I can do social media. With ceramic, I'm not as familiar with it, so it's kind of hard to push it as much.
Yep.
I'll get there. It's just gonna take.
Yep. It's just putting the shiny car's picture on there.
Right.
I don't know. I usually get a lot more, likes off something like that than a dent picture. I mean, you can just put a hell of a before and after that you're really proud of, and they're like, oh, they're not going to believe we fixed this dent. And it's like you might get 10 likes, but then you post a Mustang that's nothing crazy special, and then all of a sudden people are just loving it.
Right. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I think I've said that before because you can post, like I said, nice before and after, awesome. You won't get many, but then you can, post a video of a dog barking at a cat, and next thing you know, it just freaking explodes. Like,
oh yeah,
really? Is that what that's what you want to see? Okay, I'm gonna put that on top of the car next time.
Yep.
But, hey, I
Are you
do have
off?
a question. I do have a
Sure.
question, and sorry, Andy.
No, you're good.
And you know, Andy being new to it, but with the ceramic coating, I've always been under the understanding or thought that you would have to do a lot of color correctings, you know,
Paint correction.
swirl marks, trying to get all of that out first. But with a lot of this new stuff, I mean, you can almost kind of see you get it clean, and that fills in those light scratches and stuff. Is that true? Is that how does it really work? Like,
I don't know.
far
It's weird. It's weird how ceramic works. And like I said, whether it was Ceramic Pro that we were using before, or the one that we're using now, I didn't really think that it had that great of filling capability. So I mean, whenever we look at a car, my thing is don't educate a customer if they don't see it. You know, don't just go around and degrade the value of their car, you know, pointing out every swirl and all that. Because most of them I've seen, they don't even see it, and honestly, they don't care. And I think the worst thing to do is to point it out and then make them become that picky customer. So there's a lot of them that will just, you know, let's say it's a year-old vehicle, we'll just wash, clay bar it, give it a quick polish, and then we're into ceramic coating. Okay. I mean, there's no use to trying to sell them on something that they can't even see.
Right.
But yeah, I haven't had a luck with any ceramic coating actually like necessarily filling. You know,
not a deep scratch. I just meant like
swirls,
swirls from going through car washes and stuff like that.
Yep.
With those swirls and stuff, you're still looking at paint correction if the person's pointing out an issue. So you're wanting to wait sand and buff them swirls out, because the ceramic coating, it's going to lock any of those deformities into it. So your Restore FX is kind of a thing that will go back and like it's a coating that you put on that kind of gets rid of scratches and stuff. It's a little bit different situations.
But you can't do the Restore FX and then come back and do a ceramic coat on top of that, can you?
See, I'm not sure. Can you?
I think I read that, and I think you have to wait. I want to say it's like a day or two after you do it. Again, I don't do Restore FX, but I've kind of been looking at it, and that's another thing I can't quite get behind, because I think they really want you to, kind of sell yourself to them and become
exactly.
And nothing against it, but it's a lot to take on at first. Like ceramic's not that expensive to get into at first. Restore FX, you're throwing some money. And I think Matt Moore described it best. Like, so with your ceramic coating, you're wanting to get the newer cars in, people just buying from the car lot and stuff, brand new cars. That's kind of what you're hitting for. With Restore FX, you got some older cars that maybe have, paint damage or whatever that you're trying to get. So it's kind of two different customer bases.
It is. I would say so. Yep.
I was just curious because I haven't really done a lot of research on it, and the only reason is because, like, seeing your shop and Matt's shop and how clean everything is inside, having the nice floors. I haven't reached that point yet. Being an old mechanic shop, I just don't want to get into that because of still old dust and everything else that can get into. That's the only reason I haven't pursued it. Eventually, I probably will, just to have that fill-in work, and possibly train somebody to do it too. But
that's kind of my route.
Anyway,
I want to get trained on it, and then I want to train somebody else to do it, and it'll kind of be their thing. That's another reason it's been hard to, like, Matt Moore's offered for me to come down there and get a little training. TC Martindale, because they both use G-Technic product, but I ain't had time. It's summer and everything's slamming, so it's like that's in the back of my mind right now. As long as I keep that accreditation with G-Technic, then I'm not worried about it at the moment. You know what I mean?
So, Andy, do you have anybody working with you at your shop, or is it just you and your wife, or?
It's just me and the wife at the time being. Like, I had a technician. He was, mobile wholesale for me, and we kind of parted ways. So now it's just me and the wife. I'd like to eventually get somebody in here, being first year in the shop and everything. And I just kind of want to see how the winter plays out and go from there and see what I actually need.
Yep. Not all of us live by the beach, so winter is a thing.
Right.
It does get cold down here some.
It's
Yeah.
60. I gotta
Yeah.
wear like a long sleeve T-shirt sometimes.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I saw there's a young kid. He just graduated high school last year. He had started a detailing business, is leasing a spot in an audio fabrication place down the road here, and is doing pretty good. And just posted the other day, he's selling the business 65 grand. That includes the rent, the space there, all the stuff, his clientele and everything. And I got thinking, like, I mean, like, this kid's already thinking ahead,
Yeah.
starting
Yeah.
something, kind of wanting to build it, sell it, probably gonna do something different, sell. And
Yep.
I'm like, man, should I do that with my company? I mean,
Nitwizard will buy it. Just go to Nitwizard. They'll buy the shit.
I'm like, man,
I need $4 million right now.
There you go.
yeah. Hey, I'd do it.
Oh.
Give me $1 million, I'd do it. Oh man. Anyway,
So Andy, what else are you offering? Are you offering anything else besides PDR and ceramic?
Yeah, so we do PDR and ceramic are probably the biggest. Window tint we're getting into. That was one thing I woke up early for this morning trying to get figured out because our plotter went down.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, yep. So paint touch up and then windshield chips. So pretty well that's the main stuff. We're looking at a few other things, but we just got so much space and can't do everything.
Have you looked
At least
into
not what.
wheel repair?
No, that's actually pretty well covered up here. There's a couple big companies that run around up here.
Nice.
Yep. There's definitely
Now,
more wheel repair up here than there is paint touch up or ceramic coating or even windshield chips.
Now, do you have any mobile guys, or are y'all just strictly at the shop, or what?
Strictly at the shop. Yep.
Awesome.
So was mobile from 2013 to I think that was 19, and then I was like half and half for a year, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done. Once we got AC in the shop, it was hard to ever leave again.
I can only imagine. I ain't there yet.
Yeah.
I can't wait for some AC in the shop.
Yeah.
Eventually I'll be there. But
So what made you decide to get into these other services? Like, I know you was doing successful PDR. What made you decide to?
Let's see. I guess so my background before doing PDR, I guess you'd say I was the bumper humper, is what some people might call me. So yeah.
I've never heard that. I love it.
Yeah. You hadn't heard that one?
The bumper humper. That's awesome.
Basically, I was the parking lot painter. I was the guy that was behind the new car stores painting their bumpers in their parking lot, basically. And I worked for a guy doing that. So I never wanted to get back into doing that paint work, but I was like, hey, I know touch up is an easy sell, especially if you're at a dealership anyway. And then we pretty much added windshield chips after that. And then I guess it was shortly after that was when I thought the shop was maybe doable. And then detailing actually came after the shop. So luckily I had a buddy that was a detailer, lost his job, and I happened to be renting the shop, and I just said, hey, let's maybe coordinate this, see how it works. And that pretty much got it started. And of course he moved on to better things. I guess he's doing software development now, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah, he completely.
Oh
yeah, he's gone. Yeah, so he still does a lot of my website stuff, and we keep in touch. But yeah, he's went a whole different path.
That's crazy.
Oh wow.
Yep.
Well, the way that you were trying to take us on a brief tour before the Wi-Fi started cutting out early, but the way that the original building, so you got two bays on one side, but the two opposite that wall, that right there works perfect to have PDR and detailing there starting out. Like mine is 4 bays in a row, so you'd have to. It's all so it doesn't really allow itself to work great in my eyes to be able to
Yep.
split it up and have it separated. But yeah, I love the
Well,
way your original was.
yeah, and that's all on separate HVAC too. So I mean, pretty much our plan, I think, is we're going to put the most profitable services kind of up front, for customers to be able to see from the office, the stuff we're kind of wanting to sell. So if it is window tint, I'm not really sure what we're going to put up there yet, but right now it's just kind of free for all because we're still finishing construction. But I'm thinking it's probably going to be ceramic coating. It probably would be dent repair if it wasn't so noisy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the office is right there next to that part of the shop. So
Well, like you said,
nobody
everybody
wants
likes
to.
seeing them shiny cars on social media, so they're going to
Oh,
see them
yeah.
in person too. So that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, and like I said, you was talking about your shop. I mean, just ever since we did the floor and the lights and all that, I mean, people just look in there and they want the tour. And so we'll just walk them through there real quick. And it's crazy how many people, they'll tell, because I guess not everybody's, on
As
Instagram and all
clean.
that stuff that sees those shops. So.
Right.
We're not clean. You've seen what it looked like back there.
No, it's clean.
We will. We will.
You may have a few tools scattered around, but it's not
Yeah.
like if I go out there and show you mine, even though it's concrete and it's swept up, but
Yeah.
it's still an old mechanic's. There's so much that I have to do to it, and I try to keep it clean. And then I have a German Shepherd that sheds everywhere too. So, but no, eventually I'd love to be able to put up something for walls, kind of like Andy had painted that metal on his walls and stuff, and just making it look cleaner. But I've got to pretty much gut my entire shop out back to do that.
Yep.
But eventually it will come.
Well, I think it makes a difference when the customer walks in and everything's like, like us, we make sure to put a lot of effort into the office because we'll take wow, and we've got a lot of compliments off of it, and I think it helps it leads a customer to make a decision on the spot when they see how everything is clean.
Oh yeah.
So
yep, we need to work on the office more here. It's just so small. It's kind of hard to figure out what to do with the office, really.
Right.
That's how ours is. It's small, but it's
yeah.
If we'd have kept ours the way it was small, we expanded like it was too small. I was like, man, we look like idiots trying to run in circles. You just be doing donuts and stuff. So we had to crack it open a little bit.
Well,
you're still handling all the front office stuff.
Yeah. I'm actually sad to say I'm pretty well transitioning to office 100% of the time pretty well now. So, yeah, once I got the dents covered, luckily I found somebody to do all my dents. So just get to be up front for a while. Yeah, he's actually a 10-year tech, so I kind of got lucky. He landed at my shop, and it's working out good.
Nice.
Is he a W-2 employee or sub?
Sub.
Okay.
Yep, that's just how we're going to do it for now.
Right.
So he still does a little bit of work. I guess he's got a buddy that has his shop out of state, and occasionally he'll go up there and do a little run with him, but most of the time he's here.
Mm-hmm.
So
I guess somebody saying as Facebook user did a TV to welcome the scheduled customers. So when you walk in, welcome so and so. That's pretty cool. We actually used our TV the other day to sell a lady because she came in with a hail hood. She was like, "Hey, what's the process?" Like nobody will tell me. She's been to other shops. Like nobody will tell me the process. So I'm already in action. I love educating. I run out, grab some tools, and kind of showing her. Amanda turns the YouTube channel on and showing her stuff. Just like that, she was good to go. So
yeah, that's what I've got. I started. There's going to be a few tools I'm going to hang up in the office, because just for conversation piece, I've got one of them up here now. But usually people are like, "What the heck is this?"
I keep wondering. I want to put like a little piece of. Find a stand and put a piece of metal on it, dent it for customers that are kind of iffy or whatever. Like, all right, go over and fix this dent. Let's see how you do it.
Yeah.
Show them how easy it is.
I'd like to get like an illuminated freezer with a chunk of dry ice in there that they can.
That would be awesome.
And a toilet plunger and.
Yeah.
I literally had a guy that was sitting here when we got back from lunch today. and it was the top of the quarter panel on a Jeep Wrangler right before it meets the roof back there. And it caved in. He's like, "Oh, I took a plunger to try." I said, "That ain't gonna work."
I
Was
had
it a
one.
new one or a dirty one?
I had one on a Chevy Silverado, new Chevy Silverado. Was it a chrome bumper or was it a painted bumper? But it was a bumper, and he was wondering if we could fix it, and I wasn't really, unfortunately, in the mood to mess with something like that because it's just not worth it on those things. And he said, "Well, I took a suction cup to it, and I got most of it out." I'm like, "There's no way you moved that chrome
On
bumper."
a metal bumper.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
thinks he did.
No, he
Okay.
thinks he did, yeah.
He just got lightheaded from pulling on it, and it looked smaller after he did it.
Probably.
That looks great.
Did you tell him to go back and try a little harder? Maybe he'll get it.
I said you
Oh,
need to
man.
drill a hole like right in the center of it and get a hook in there.
We'll leave this question for Andy. Somebody's asking, what is y'all's main focus when growing your companies? And you've grown more than any of us, so you go ahead and
Ooh.
answer that. What's your goals?
That's a tough one. I don't know. I'd just like to be able to go on I'd like to just, well, actually, the reason I kind of went this direction too, I guess shortly after I got the shop, I broke my foot after a drunken outing at a bonfire. And then I pretty much realized at that point that, hey, maybe me doing all the work and being responsible for all the money is maybe not the best decision. And, luckily I had that one guy that was here detailing, and he was actually able to help me kind of through part of that. So he would unfortunately have to drag my tool cart over to a car, help me R&I something. So I'm kind of just wanting to get to the point to where I can spend more time with the customers and not be chained to the back all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That makes a lot of sense because I think that probably goes through the back of all of our heads who, we're our own employee and everything. So if something happens to us, you're stuck in the hospital, you got to have surgery or something, then there's nobody running the business. And so then there's no money coming in.
I wouldn't say self-sustained, but damn near close to self-sustained is what you want out of me anyway. Like I want to be able to go on vacation and know the place to take care of. Like, yet again, like Matt Moore, he's got his shop manager that takes care of everything, and he just got to pop in every once in a while. I'd like to eventually get to that myself.
Yep, I would like to eventually take myself out of the office as well too, but for now, that's my place.
Well, you're helping yourself. You're trying to get on a CRM system and stuff, and so that'll take you out of the office, but it'll help make it a little easier on you anyway.
I'll tell you what, I'm kind of glad you told me about that.
I got you, boo-boo.
I guess, yeah, you do. I think I'd say we're about 3 days in, and every time I mess with it and I'm like, okay, here's what I hate about this. I knew there was going to be something. Then I find there's like a way to change it. And then I love it again. And so far it's working.
Yeah, the automation alone just helps because you're not having to constantly back and forth with the customer. You got some automation in place. When I first got mine, I didn't realize when it was capable. I was usually just record phone calls, like paying money for a recorded phone call. So Jack Bucknell was like, "Are you serious right now? Like, dude, come on!" And Jack got me locked in. So
there's cheaper stuff than that just to record phone calls.
Absolutely. Yeah. Jack even said Jack's running a hailstorm by himself right now at home, and he's like, "Dude, I don't know how I did this before CRM." He said it's made so much of a difference. It made my life a lot easier. It makes sense.
Well, and it's just kind of easier for us now is to actually be able to see where jobs are coming from. So, like, on this one, you can actually go in and see, what their first action was, before they called you. And it's live. So, I mean, you can look right there while they called you and just see, oh, hey, yeah, they've already been on the website. So, don't tell them to go to the website because they've already been there when they're asking for prices on something.
Yeah, I know Matt Henninger and Corey Kleinfeld worked hard a lot together at first. I think Corey was kind of Matt's first PDR client. They worked a lot to kind of get that smooth. What about have you started messing with the Google reviews I didn't get?
Well, here was a big mistake that I apparently made. So I thought I was being smart. Facebook has a free calendar app inside your business center. So all my customers were getting scheduled through that. So, I mean, it was great. You could look it up. It was texting them the night before. They were getting the text messages as soon as you put them in there. Well, we're basically at the point now where I've got probably 4 years worth of customers, multiple customers a day that are stuck on Facebook, and I can't get them exported to Shop Launch.
Oh my God.
And
Without
so
doing
we're
it
still,
manually.
yeah, we haven't done it. We haven't done
a week.
Oh, I know. Yep, he's still looking it up, but I'm just waiting for him to give me that bad news.
Right.
That
Well,
hey, you got a new job.
That's the same thing with Mobile Tech RX. Is all our customers are in there, and I don't think there's a way to transfer that over to anything else. So trying to start something new is just it's aggravating.
Yep.
It's bigger than me.
Oh,
I had
yeah.
like before CRM and stuff. I had like my write-up path from the car lots on the back of it. So and so phone number. Like it was terrible. I had no client base before I started with CRM.
Yep. Well, I'm not an organized person at all. So, I mean, I used to do that too. And it was just like, sometimes I'd look at the paper and be like, what does this even say? Like, my handwriting's not that good.
I know, mine either. It's terrible. And you're jotting down as fast as you can. So it just looks like, like a doctor wrote it.
Yep.
Well, like I was that way. And before I started using Mobile Tech RX, for all of my estimating and everything, all my customer base, like I had a lady text my cell phone yesterday morning. My cell number's been off of everything for a couple of years now. And, so I said, well, you can go through our website and do the estimate. She said, okay. Well, since she texted me back and said, I sent it, but it didn't give me a form or anything saying that it was sent. Can you check it? There was nothing. I said, well, have you ever looked us up our website before? She said, no. I said, well, I called her. And the name sounded familiar. I'd done work for her before, an older lady. And I said, well, we took our website back over from who we were using for a year. And when I did that, if you ever looked up eagledent.com in the past and you've never cleared your browser history, and even if you type in eagledent.com, it automatically takes you to the old website, and you try to send in an estimate request, I don't get it. So it took me a while to figure that out. But so I told her, I was like, clear your history. I'm going to send you this link to in the text, and she did that and it went right through. But my point is, so I'm looking her name up, trying to look it up, Mobile Tech RX. There's no customer in there by this name. I'm like, but I've done work for her before, So it was pre Mobile Tech RX, which is like 4 years now.
Yep.
But anyway, but I do want to. Andy's been on me about CRM, and I would love to do that. It's just I'm like you, trying to figure out a way to get all my customers off this one to get it over here without having to manually go through it all. It's just a pain.
Yep.
I mean,
yeah. See, I haven't
phone call to Matt or Lynn or whoever you decide to go with it too.
Yeah, I haven't looked yet. I guess I haven't assumed what does. So you say Mobile Tech RX doesn't have a way to export your contacts that you know of?
I don't think they do, but I mean that may be a question for Eric to, message him, Eric Garvis.
You can reach out to Matt Henninger, Lynn Tang, and they can tell you if their systems will do that too.
Yep.
Yeah. And they may know a way to get around
or something. Yeah, there's got to be some kind of file in there to be able to.
Well, I hate to say, but on my Mobile Tech RX, there's going to be a lot of people named Retail. Unfortunately.
Same.
Oh yeah. I got to quit that too.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore, thank God. But yeah, I'd have,
Oh,
or I'd just have
man.
Dapper Dent repair and it'd be under Dapper Dent repair.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
My system did not work, obviously, before the CRM. So
Mm.
let's go ahead and get the meat and taters of the show. We got to talk about you beyond all your endeavors in business. How many kids you got? Married, I'm sure.
Yep. Let's see. Married since 2008. We got 2 kids, boy and a girl. We got the girl's 10-year-old, and then the boy's 6. So, and they are very ornery.
They play any sports?
Nope. 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 I don't know. I
So,
never got into sports when I was growing up, so just
Mine's not in the
I
sports.
never pushed it on them.
so your girl's the oldest, right?
Yep.
She's in 5th grade.
Yeah. Yep. Just started. Yep.
My youngest is 10 in 5th grade. My
Oh,
youngest
yeah.
girl. Yeah.
Nice.
Does your boy do both of them like to hunt or?
They both go hunting with me. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yep.
That's
So.
awesome.
You just had to
So,
get in the hunt. You couldn't wait to talk about hunting, could you?
Oh yeah.
well,
There's a part where I sit here and just watch.
Jeremy's not on here. I haven't seen him, so he'll have to watch it back. But yeah, we were talking earlier, and Andy loves to hunt, and he doesn't like to eat it, but he likes to manage it and
share it with the less fortunate.
Yeah.
Which is usually like, family.
Yeah. Hey, baby.
Yeah.
So do you have lease land to hunt on, or
do what?
Do you have like a hunt lease, or do you just have?
Oh no. So I guess I'm the only one that didn't follow the family tradition. So my dad's got a farm, my uncle's got a farm, my brother's got a big farm. So, and believe it or not, none of them actually like to hunt that much. So
Really? How'd you get into it?
What, hunting or what?
Yeah, if your family wasn't doing it, like, how'd you decide to get into hunting?
What else was you gonna do back then?
Get in trouble.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was just the easiest way to get out of the house then. So
there you go.
They got pretty good sized bucks and stuff on there. How many acres?
So my dad's place is just a little under 200 acres, so it's not huge,
Okay.
but I mean it's all good hunting area. My grandma's house, which is what my dad and uncle take care of, there's like 250 there. I think my brother's got like 300 and something now. So they're all in different areas. So,
but that's perfect for especially one person going hunting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we got more than that to go, but it's me and a couple buddies usually go.
Are you just hunting deer, or you turkey and pheasant and all that too?
I've really just been going deer hunting. Is about it. So gotcha. I did turkey hunting. I love it, but it's usually during springtime, so that's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, too hot for me.
Yep. Well, of course, we start getting busy about that time anyway. Not talking about hail, but that's usually when the ceramic coating starts hitting up pretty heavy. So just hard to get away.
Yeah.
I was wondering when a busy season for ceramic would be. Like, I didn't know there was a certain time to kind of hit off more than others.
It's kind of weird because, obviously it lasts years, so why is it seasonal? But it seems like most people are usually spring and summer, and then, the winter time they start slowing down. So, I mean, you might get the people that are buying the new cars that are still doing it in the wintertime, but, the people that have had their car for years, they don't just rush out in the wintertime to get it done.
Mark's up in Illinois. He says he gets them all year.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we do them all year, but it definitely slows down for us a little bit.
Right.
And how long have y'all been doing the ceramic again? I don't know if we ever said that.
We're real close to 3 years on that.
3 years on doing the ceramic,
Yep.
Nice.
I think, see, Mark's, he's started out detail ceramic, and he's kind of working on PDR too, so he's probably had a client list built up for a minute too, so I don't know.
Yeah. Where's he located at?
Somewhere in Illinois. Mark, go ahead and comment where you're from in Illinois.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
But I
trying to
think
get him
he's.
on the show eventually too, but he's a little camera shy, so we got to work out that.
I think Mark's mainly mobile though, isn't he? He's all mobile. I don't think he
He
actually
does
has
some in
a
his
shop
house,
yet. But
Mount Zion, Illinois. So
there we
Nice.
go.
yeah, I've been talking to him
He
a
does
lot.
some great work though.
Yeah, he's got some clean rigs when he gets done. So I hope to be there one of these days, or I hope to have somebody that can do it.
Oh, you will. You will.
I'm going to do the before and after pictures. I'm going to do my own detailing back here, but I'm just going to use a 5-gallon bucket, a brush, and I'm going to take the dirty before picture and then make it really wet with water and take it as the after picture so it looks shiny.
Yeah.
Because that's what some of the locals around here do.
Oh yeah, I believe
Throw
it.
some water at it.
They get their advertising camera skills from some of the PDR guys around here too.
Yep.
But
So hunting's a hobby. Anything else you do like out of hunting season? You're probably pretty busy, right?
Oh, we used to play a lot of cornhole, but I kind of got out of that. I started going downhill, so I was like, yeah, it's time to take a break from that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, they got a big league around here, so I was going to that, and there's usually there's over 100 people every Monday,
That's awesome.
and it's in an indoor little sports complex, and it's a good time. Definitely met a lot of people that way.
Right.
Ceramic coated and fixed dents on a lot of their cars.
Hey, that's what it's all about. Like making them connections outside of work too to bring in work.
Yep.
That's awesome. I love cornhole. We used to play all the time, and some friends borrowed our boards and they got broken, so we ain't got to play since. Gavin keeps swearing he's gonna make me some boards, and I ain't got them yet, so it's killing me.
I haven't got my custom ones that I traded one of the flags for. From somewhere up there around Nashville too.
Yeah, we hunt them down November.
I mean, literally, like when the 10 that I took, anyway, I made that trip through Nashville, gave Haxton and PJ theirs, and then went to see Stonich in Cincinnati. So the guy I used to work with, he still works for the Corps of Engineers, but he makes custom cornhole boards. I mean, awesome. So he wanted a flag for his dad. He bought it, and then he wanted one for himself. I said, well, hey, why don't we swap? You make me a custom set. I'll come back, when you're done, we'll meet or whatever. That's been 2 years now. He did, when I went up there, he did give me the custom bags, made of real corn, the specific ounce, everything. Still haven't seen the cornhole board, so I guess I got to make my own now.
Yeah.
Now, Andy, are you good enough to like block the hole and do all the?
I was.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
So I just try to get in the hole. If I didn't do that, it was off the board. Like that's all I had.
Well, some of these guys in league here are just, insane. Like most of them, see, it shows like their points per round average, and there's a lot of guys that are in like the 9s and 10 point average.
God bless.
Wow. I mean, so it's pretty crazy. Yeah. So when they first started, they started this league. It was for sure before COVID, and it was small and it was fun. But then it just became, it's still fun, but you're going to get annihilated if you're not pretty good.
Right. That's why I never thought I'd watch it on ESPN. They started showing it on ESPN. I'll catch myself sitting there while I'm like, "Are you serious? I'm watching cornhole right now."
Yeah.
It gets good.
Oh, there we go. Mark Egger's gonna hook us up.
I can make them. That's not the point.
The point
was I traded this custom flag that I made for a set of cornhole boards, and I haven't
never received them.
Yeah,
Mark made a set with like a boat on the water and stuff. They look fancy AF. I was like, oh shit. So
mine were supposed to be Auburn ones, so
I'd like to get some with the Dapper Dip Repair logo on them or something. Set them up for events or whatever.
That's what we did. I did some Mid-Mo Dents ones. Nice. There's a guy here that makes a lot of custom boards, so he actually made some for my shop and then my wife's business too. So, of course, she's got a little event center, so they do weddings and stuff up there. So they got the boards and they can play up there too if they want.
That's awesome.
It works. It works.
It works.
Yeah.
Now, does she own the event center, like, or she just
Yeah.
like manages, or? That's
So
awesome.
so she
There's
makes
some
all
money
the
in
money.
that.
She makes all the money, so I just get to play around
Heck
with
yeah.
cars. So yeah, she's got a
Yeah.
clothing boutique
Wow.
in one part of this building that we own, and then in the upper part she's got a little bridal shop, so it sells wedding dresses. And then to kind of cater to that, we bought basically it's a venue. It's right next to our house, probably half mile from our house. And then, like I said, it's big enough that 200 people can have a wedding or whatever they want. So,
you guys are just trying to take over the world, huh?
I don't know. I don't know why, but I guess we like to punish ourselves.
Nah, I think it's awesome. I love to see
That,
it.
that is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some good money in the wedding.
Oh yeah,
side
I got
of it.
married once.
Oh yeah.
I got married twice, but the first time was a courthouse. Second time I had to pay for that fool. It was a little.
Yeah.
The venue and everything else.
I mean, that's probably our favorite business probably so far. I mean, that's a little more hands off. She sets it up, talks to them, wants to know how they want to have it set up, and then it's pretty much just unlock the door and make sure they don't tear the place down.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
I hadn't read all the comments. I was seeing what Mark had typed over there.
Oh yeah, he said,
I hate it. I was
was
listening to a podcast earlier and talking about like video chats like this. So if I look at the camera, I can't see anything that's going on. And if I look at y'all, then I'm not
looks like you're
personable and looking at the camera.
I look at y'all the whole
hard.
time. I don't even care. I can't have a conversation with everybody doing this. Hey, how y'all doing?
That's why you just wear sunglasses.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get at Bernie's.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
All right, here we go.
You're too late. We're
I'm too late.
Yeah, we're done.
I had to find them.
God, I gotta quit drinking these bangs before the show. I gotta pee. I had to last.
Well, it's nothing but water for me starting tomorrow. So
really?
Yep, starting that 75 hard challenge.
Yeah. You tried to talk me into it. I was like, not this go around. I think I'm okay.
Which I was thinking. I was like, I'll start it on the 1st, not thinking the 1st is on a Thursday. And anyway, I've got like a meal plan started. My cousin, who is Mr. Fitness and trying to get his YouTube channel just really going, talking to him today, I was like, look, I can't come up with a workout plan. It's been so long since I've done that. Can you it calls for 2 45-minute workouts per day. One of them has to be outside. It doesn't mean it's got to be high intense workouts. That can include, one of them is a 45-minute walk outside. You can go play basketball. It's getting you active. It's all about discipline. But I'm like, he's going to make a plan that's for like 3 or 4 days. And then he's got stuff you can add on those rest days. That's just light stuff. So he's working on that. I was like, well, I can make do until you get that written out. But yeah, it ought to be interesting.
I know, Andy, you were talking about before the show, cutting out sugar. Like you had like 1 sugar drink today, and that's been for how long?
Well, see, that was it basically started, I guess it was a month and a half ago. I decided I was going to quit chewing. And obviously chewed for, I want to say it was probably 7 years. And I just randomly was like, yeah, I think I'm going to try to cut that out. And then that kind of led to a little more social drinking at night. And then I was like, well, it's time to cut that out too. And then, then trying to cut out the sugars and stuff too. But I'll tell you what, it makes me feel a lot better. Better.
There's a lot of sugar in beer too. So that's I looked at my little fridge outside Monday. I told my son, I was like, all right, Thursday, this is what I'm starting, which is no alcohol, nothing. I'm like, man, I got a lot of beer to drink in 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm guessing all that's going to be dumped out just because I'm going to
Yep.
fill it up with water. But yeah, it calls for a gallon of water a day, and no, you can't mix anything with it and stuff. But meal plans, it doesn't. You can't have this. It's just saying, do some sort of meal plan. So like me, no fast food, no junk food. It doesn't mean that I can't have bread, but I'm just not going to eat a lot of it. Though the meals that I'm making, it's not in there. But it doesn't say that you can't go out to eat and all this. It's just sticking. It's all about discipline, is what it's about.
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause
And
if you
trying to.
backtrack, you got to start all over and stuff. And
If
that's, I
you
really like
fail one day, you start back at day one. So it's a psychological discipline, getting you into a rhythm. And with me, that's what I need. I need that push, and I need my family behind me. That's oh, you can't do this. That's like Reed
Yep.
the other night when I said there's no alcohol involved. He's like, hunting season's coming up.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a bad
like,
time.
I know, but I gotta do this. So
Yep.
No, it ain't hard. I think I quit drinking last October, so it ain't. You make it through. It's all
no,
mindset.
Oh yeah. Yep.
it's not. And I'm more of a social drinker. Like I'll drink more, hanging around at the hunting camp or doing work up there, or when I cut grass is when I like to, like I try to get.
Basically all the time. It sounds like.
No. But playing ping pong, I may have a couple outside while we're
Right.
doing that, but it's not an everyday thing. It's just
Yep.
but it's that's part of it. Is cutting all that out.
Yep.
Reading 10 pages a day of nonfiction. Audiobooks don't count. It's just getting you disciplined and getting in a routine, and that's it. So
Mandy hit a spot. She talking about Little Debbie's like, you need all this and that. And I need Little Debbie's in my life, so I'm out.
look, we used to when we go to the store. There's probably more Little Debbie snacks in the buggy, and a while back, she's like, I'm not buying anymore. I'm not. But yeah, she buys, or they buy the like soft cookies and the Chips Ahoy cookies and the regular Chips Ahoy cookies. Now it's like every Chips Ahoy cookie that they make is at the house now. They're like, look, I'll go get a glass of milk and I'll eat a whole daggone row of that stuff.
Oh, I can eat a box of brownies, fudge brownies. No problem.
Yep. Mine's Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yeah, they're
Oh
delicious
yeah,
too.
Put them in the freezer about 5 minutes before you eat them, and I'll eat like a whole box of them.
that's like
got little foil wrappers everywhere, sprinkled.
Yeah.
Girl Scout cookies, the Thin Mints. Put them suckers in the freezer. I'll take a sleeve out. Man, I'll sit there on the couch and.
Man, I don't know what that M word is.
Moderation.
I ain't never heard it.
Everything's in moderation, but they didn't say how much was moderation. But
Andy,
instead of two boxes of Little Debbie's, it's one. So
yeah, I want to get back on the business side just for a minute because I've been kind of curious. Do you ever think you'll like change Mid-Mo Dents to some kind of auto spa, or you think you're just gonna stick with Mid-Mo Dents?
That was something I thought about too, and I actually did talk to Matt. I think it was a couple months ago about that because I knew he changed his name, and it's like I don't know if I'm gonna do it. At least not right now.
Right.
In the local groups, when somebody asks where to get their car detailed, whether it's where to get their car ceramic coated, where to get their dents fixed, we always come up. Our name always comes up, and I'm just like, I don't know. It works. Like,
right.
And here's the sad part about it. I guess this area must have really needed a detailer whenever we got in. And I kind of seen that online. There just never was a shop that people consistently talked about. So the weird part is we'll get people that come in for, detail, paint correction, ceramic coating, and the name out front and the cards and the sign all says Mid-Mo Dents. And then we get to talking, and I say, hey, do you want to get this dent fixed while it's in here? And they say, oh, you do dents too?
So what do you think the name?
And
oh, we do dentistry work.
so I don't know. It's apparently they must think it's a last name or something. I don't know.
Well, it's hard because Matt we're talking about changing names and like signage, like he had to change his signage and all that. That's a big investment to change your name.
Yeah.
So because I've thought about it a lot too when I start offering these services more. Like, do I want to go Dapper Dent in detail? Do I want to do something? But I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, like with Matt, I mean, he and we had talked about it. At least he kept that part of the easy, the part of the original design that people are so used to, and you can always just use that on something. And you know, just like Mid-Mo Dents, people are been used to that logo, everything else. So even just adding, you know, Mid-Mo Dents and Auto Spa under it, you don't really have to change everything, but it's just showing for people who don't know that it does incorporate. It shows them everything you're doing. Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, talking about them not noticing the dents or whatever, I mean, I get people all the time that it needs full blown conventional repair
all the time,
and I'm like, they're like, okay, well, how much is that going to be?
I don't do
this
that.
This says paintless dent repair. It's not. I'm not a conventional body shop.
Oh yeah.
I try not to gripe about that because I start to tell everybody and myself, like, I want to be the first line of defense anyway if it does need conventional, and I got body shops to recommend. So I'm trying to get that. God, it's another dumbass with a side swipe car or whatever. Like, I would rather be that first line of defense to get them to where they need to be.
Yep.
But
yep.
Still sucks
when
you get that shit though.
Yep. Yeah, we get a lot of people like that too, but it's just kind of back to the CRM thing that it's kind of nice to snag them, make the introduction, text them a referral, you know, and then have that contact for next time. So it's kind of a little bit less of an annoyance than what it used to be.
Well, I feel like if you're able to help them out, then that's going to lead them back to you when they do have that thing that you can fix. Like I've had a couple last week. I can't remember what they are per se, but it was something I didn't do, but we found solutions for them, and I feel like that goes a long way too. So.
Yep.
And they're on my contact list now.
Got them on the contact list.
That's it.
Hey, so another thing, you said your dent guy was, you know, subbed out, but what about the other ones? You know, are they all subs too, or are they?
No, they're all employees. They're all employees. Yep. And like I said, we may move that way with my dent guy. I don't know. It's just kind of how we got it for now.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I just was curious to see how you did all that, because eventually I'm like everybody else with the shop. You do want to expand some
employees.
Yeah.
I think I want to try. Like, I know everybody's talking about the new generation, like not so much in what we do and stuff like that, but I'm still the auto class at the high school. I'd like to get over here for a field trip and see if I can just pick one out or a couple out, just, got a little knack for something. If they're over here staring at the phone, then you get back on the bus. But if you're actually looking interesting stuff, I mean, I feel like those young kids like that won't have the bad habits of somebody that's been working in a job and already, you know what I mean? So worth a shot anyway.
That's funny you say that. We actually had one of the instructors from the local career center get in contact with me, and he's like, hey, I got, auto body kids that are looking for, places to do their second half of the school year, kind of like a mentorship. I guess they got to get so many hours for their auto body class. So surprisingly enough, they reached out to us, and I think we are going to have somebody, they're supposed to be starting like December. Because I guess it's like a December through,
probably
I guess, the end of the school year. Yeah. So
that's cool. I'd be curious to know how that works out for you.
Yeah, because that's something I'd be interested in doing.
Yep. I think it's going to work out. I mean, this kid was actually a customer of ours first. So his dad came in, got ceramic coating first. The son, which, like I said, I'm assuming he's probably 17, came in and we did paint correction on his truck. That it was a truck that was passed down to him. I guess it was his grandpa's truck, so it was special. So he spent the money. We did the paint correction on it, and then he, I guess, apparently must have told his instructor about us. And then, like I said, the guy called me. So
That's awesome.
Sounded, it was pretty interesting.
Well, and you're helping. I feel like we're helping the kids out too, because they think they got to pay for trade school or something after school. I mean, this would be a walk-in career opportunity to eventually be here. So I feel like it helps them out just as much as it does us.
Well, and that's kind of what I like about what we got going on is a lot of them can kind of, step into the door doing the basic services, and then it's basically up to them how far they want to go after that.
Exactly.
So, luckily you have quite a few of them that the basic is maybe too much.
Right.
Unfortunately.
You can't push a broom. You out. You gotta go.
No, I know. No, we got some really good guys here, but we've been through a lot of rough ones.
It's going to happen anytime you hire an employee. It's like you ain't gonna hit 100 on all of them. You know what I mean? You got to go through the steps to find the right one. So.
Yep, that's probably the most frustrating part.
I can imagine. You waste time, like you're wasting time trying to train them or whatever, and then it's just poof. Just don't work out.
See, and that's like my biggest fear with PDR or anything like that, to teach somebody and then all of a sudden they're gone. I mean, granted, there's not, if you treat them right, there's not going to be many other things that they're going to probably just say, oh, I want to do this instead. But at least with the ceramic coating, we can train somebody up, really quick on that. And then if they work out, awesome. If they don't, well, it kind of sucks that they got to see what we use and how we use it. But
right. I feel like it could be a stepping stone too. Like you start them in a certain tier, they work up to the next tier, they train their replacement. You know what I mean? So.
Yep, that's pretty much what we do. What we do. Yep.
Sweet.
So I guess two of my guys have been here 3 years, so they pretty much
from the start
get delegated to help the new ones, and then the other one's been here about a year. The other one's been here about 6 months. So we're getting there.
That's awesome. I love to see it. Like I said, I creep on you on Facebook watching your business grow and stuff. Since you're a creeper, I've been creeping on Mid-Mo Dent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what. Usually I don't know. I need to start commenting on stuff, but usually I just don't comment unless it's something funny, and that's about it.
Right.
There's so much that I want to comment on, and I don't.
Oh yeah.
Because number one, if you comment, they're not going to listen anyway. So.
Yep.
I mean, there's something that go the right route.
If it's something like that, I'll private message the person.
I try to stay optimistic.
Yeah. But I mean, anyway, we're not getting into
We're
not getting into some of these groups. But hey, well, we're over the hour, man. So
I want to let me do another plug for the toy drive tech meetup real quick. If anybody went on last week, November 19th at my shop in Dixon, toy drive. We've already got Dick Crafts donating some tools. There's going to be several other donating tools. Every toy you bring worth $25 gets you an entry, into the drawings for these tools. We got our pizza food truck lined up today. It's a wood-fired pizza place. It's really good down here.
Nice.
Bonnie and Tim's definitely coming with a tool van for PDR Finesse. Hopefully Chris or Biggs and will come with van. So it's going to be a good ordeal. I'm excited about it. Super pumped.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I'll be tagged out and then with deer, and I'll be there.
We'll come drag you out of the deer stand. Come on.
Yep.
That's the only bad part. Like the timing, like I said, it's either hail season or deer season. I can't win them all. So I went with deer season. I feel like there's more hail chasers and stuff than hunters that might come. So I'll find it out. I guess not.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, like I said, plug it real quick.
I'm already yawning.
Yeah,
not because of y'all.
No, you're good.
It's,
hey, Matt. So, send me a friend request, and I will I'll add you to the event page and you can put that you're going or whatever.
Now, are you going to, I was going to say, are you going to do an entry ticket for people who donate $25?
Yeah, $25 toy.
But here's what I'm thinking is if they can't come and they're donating that, are you going to ship them something, or are you going to say you got to be there in person to get it?
All right, that's a really good question. I haven't thought about that yet. So
I was just started thinking about it because my thing is even if they donate that, then you're incurring shipping costs and stuff, and it could be one rod, 30-inch rod, just the size of the box itself. It's freaking
absolutely
crazy on shipping. But anyway,
yeah,
I'll thought about it. You may want to think about it.
I'm surprised Amanda hadn't yet. She's thought about every little detail, and I'm over here like.
I don't think she's watching the show tonight.
I don't think so either. She hadn't commented, so Bryson might have homework. She sometimes gets stuck with that. So, but yeah, we will figure that out. I have a feeling it's going to be you got to be present to win. I mean, it's toy donations for kids that need it, so don't be petty.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
You can donate monetary donations or whatever, other dent guys and that, but to be in the drawing, I would say bring a toy, $25 or more. And we're
gonna have an Amazon wish list. We got to get that going too, so people can pick off of that and have it shipped to us. So that'll make it easy for some of those folks. So there you go. Come on down.
Cool. Well, Andy, it was awesome meeting you, man. First time I met you. Sent you a friend request today. You accepted it, so I felt good.
Well, yeah, I know. I seen that. I figured I had.
I'm like, man, I'm not even friends with him. So
I figured I probably should.
I'm glad you came on, Andy. Like I said, I've been wanting to get you on for a minute, so it's pretty awesome.
Are y'all going to be at Mobile Tech again this year?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say I'll never miss it, but I'll be looking for you.
You couldn't miss the
tag team event, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I seen you. Yeah.
We gotta figure out a way to top that still.
Okay, so real quick, how long did that take to get
that? It really didn't take long. Yeah, about an hour for both of us.
Well, we had like 3 people working on us at the same time. It was like a NASCAR pit crew up in the room.
Looked like it was about a gallon of paint.
Oh, it was. It was all over that truck bed too.
It really was just that little jar, but add water, man. We're sitting there and they were just to go into town.
That's awesome.
It was fun. Now the hair was a little different. It get everywhere, but man, they rocked it, son. They did awesome.
It just sucks. We got to find a way to top that.
I don't know. We may return. Who knows?
We may come up with something good.
We may have to come back as old Bert and Ernie.
We'll be the knockoff. We'll be Ernie.
I'm gonna have my beard grown out, and they're gonna dye it gray, and it's all the hair, the unibrow, and the little mohawk will be gray this year.
Is that Ernie Bernie?
Oh man,
sweet! I gotta get up here and take a piss.
All right, well, appreciate it, Andy, coming on.
Yeah, hang out in the back room. We'll holler at you before we.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Thank you.
So appreciate everybody watching and commenting, and we'll see you. Is it not next week or the week after? All right, so the week after next, we'll see you then. So go check us out on Apple Podcasts. Watch all the old ones, or not watch, but listen to them. But anyway, appreciate y'all. Love y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks again for watching another episode of Ginger Bros Dent Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And for all past episodes, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or Podbean. Keep pushing, make that money. See you next week.